Hey folks, welcome back to the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament here at West Edmonton Mall's Ice Palace. Mike Gould here with you alongside Conrad Krausert as we wait for the start of this game between Team Minnesota and Toronto Pro Hockey. Very quickly, Conrad, take us through some of your pregame notes.
So Minnesota comes into this game a perfect 3-0, and we got a couple stars on this team. Jack Allgood, 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists. And their goaltender, Graham Olsen, has not let in a goal in 2 straight appearances. So likely will be him in net for Minnesota. I can't see why you wouldn't just ride the hot hand. For Toronto Pro Hockey, it's Michael Elasti, 3 assists in their 2 games, come in 1-1.
Toronto, Minnesota coming up next here on ASTV at the Brick Tournament here at West Edmonton Mall. Mike and Conrad will be back with you in just a moment. We are here at West Edmonton Mall's Ice Palace. Mike Gould, along with Conrad Krausert, ready for our final game of the morning. Here at Edmonton, it's Toronto Pro Hockey against Team Minnesota.
Big game here for Team Minnesota. Look to become the first team to that 4-0 mark. Obviously, one of the few teams who have played their 2 game days already.
And indeed, Conrad, it will be Graham Olsen getting the nod for Minnesota between the pipes. Not sure yet for Toronto, but I would expect to maybe see Ethan Fullerton, as we've seen him before in this tournament.
We have, of course, we only have seen Toronto Pro once so far. Our other commentary team has taken their other game. But, you know, there's a certain mentality where you relish in being the spoiler. Get really amped up to say, you know what? I don't want Minnesota to be 4-0. We want to be that blemish on the record.
Absolutely. And it will be Brady Rancourt between the pipes for Toronto in this one. So it'll be 34 in blue versus 30 in white.
34 becoming a more and more popular number for goaltenders. Not that it was ever not popular, but, you know, when I was growing up, it was always 30 and 31 were the two goaltender numbers. The Marty Brodeur, Dominic Hasek, and 33 as well for Patrick Roy.
Face-off upcoming at center ice. Minnesota, Toronto. Coming right up here on ASTV. Mike Gould, Conrad Krausert here with you on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon, or I should say it's still the morning, at the Ice Palace. Off the draw, Minnesota coming right in. It's all good on goal, all good passes. Oh, and not able to get that shot on goal was Jarvie. Wasting no time, Team Minnesota.
Very dangerous first line here for Minnesota. Already showing their ability to get towards the net.
Now it's Attard who brings it out down the left side. Attard into the zone at the circle. Toe drag, Attard, backhand shot. Save made by Olsen. Minnesota up the near side. It's Jarvie with the puck. Advances it ahead, goes by Allgood. And now Toronto gets it past the line. Out, Jarvie hands it off to Schillings. Schillings juking, hands it off to Allgood. My God, Schillings can just play.
So, Mike, you spectated on this.
Speculated, yes.
Or speculated. But I believe he is still having a year of eligibility to return next year.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Just by 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So, very close, but on this 2012 team.
Yeah, Schillings has been tremendous so far, despite probably being the smallest player in this entire tournament. I would say he's been one of Minnesota's top players.
It's a top player on a top team.
Yeah, like it's been extraordinarily impressive. And I think I said at our last tournament, I speculated. I don't remember which player I said was going to be an NHL player.
Charlie Fox.
I said Charlie Fox is going to play in the NHL. No, I'm not sure. I don't think that's right. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Minnesota bringing it back out. It's Williamson through the middle. Williamson for Minnesota down the right side. Williams angled off to the boards, and now Toronto will try to take over.
You got to talk about some of the top performers in both these tournaments. I think the one you did also say was R.J. Farron.
Yes, it was Farron. It was R.J. Farron who I said was really impressive, and I thought he had a pretty good shot to play in the NHL because we see this tournament probably about a dozen players every year, maybe at most, maybe a half dozen to a dozen, 6 to 12, who end up playing in the NHL. There's quite a lot of them.
But sometimes you go and look at the names that have played in this tournament. I recall looking at one of the Toronto Bulldogs former rosters, and there's 6 players who played at least a cup of coffee in the NHL.
Yeah, and some of them were stars, like Dougie Hamilton.
100%.
And so, you know, there's a lot of impressive alumni. I'm willing to say that kid, about 10 feet under a broadcast location right now, is going to be one of them.
And it's just standing still, and it appears that there's a little bit of a pit in the ice here right in front.
Oh, yeah.
Or oh, no, it looks like it might have been a
bit of debris. Yeah. Something they're getting up off the ice. The thing that really sticks out to me about Schillings is just the fluidity of his skating. It is extremely mature for a player at such a young age, and he can just move the puck like nobody's business.
The passes are tape to tape.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Yeah, it's really honestly mesmerizing to watch. And now up top, Plude has the puck. Plude banks into himself, still with it. That pass deflected away by Toronto. That was Meisner. And now on the right side, the left side comes Riley. Riley at the left circle, defended nicely by Schillings, and Schillings pokes it up the boards. Minnesota gets it out to center, dumped right back in by Toronto. That's not William Nylander wearing number 88, that's Grayson Moore. And back on now Minnesota. Plude bounces it off the referee. Toronto looks to take over.
You know, the modern jersey, the only difference for Toronto Pro Hockey here, this could have been a matchup that the jersey matchup at least, that we could have seen in the 70s and 80s.
Well, this is a Toronto jersey that's heavily inspired by a look they wore at the Centennial Classic about 5 years ago. And now the puck is backhanded out to center. I believe they played against Detroit in that game.
Correct.
And both those teams wore uniforms with quite a bit of silver on them. Detroit had the silver stripes and the silver encrusted logo a little bit, and Toronto obviously with the center stripe, much like Montreal's typical look. Now Toronto brings it in. That backhand pass doesn't quite connect. Up top, Watson returns it down to Ezekia. In front, here's a chance for Toronto. A shot there, blocked away by Minnesota's Alex Hare. Toronto down low. Ezekia couldn't quite find Watson. Jarvie takes it away. Here comes Minnesota. Jarvie with speed. Down the right side, pass in the middle. Minnesota, all good. Scores! Jack, all good. Off the feed from Jarvie. And Minnesota leads 1-0.
I'm going to say there are no combinations of this tournament that we've had to say as much as we've had to say Jarvie to all good. Beautiful passes finding each other. Oh boy.
What can you say?
You can't. There's nothing you can say. You just have to watch and be astonished.
Folks, if you're at home, just do yourself a favor right now and circle all the rest of the Minnesota games on the calendar, because this is can't miss hockey. They're playing like a well-oiled machine on the ice surface. Here they come back the other way. It's Hansen. Hansen from the left side. That shot nicely blocked by Toronto.
So, and it does have to be said, they were one of the states that had the shortest COVID shutdowns.
Yeah, that is true.
So they've had a lot more time to play together. In Ontario, it was an 8-month shutdown at least.
Yeah, the OHL went an entire season without playing.
Yeah, and it did trickle down to all levels of hockey.
Yeah. And now Toronto with it down the far side. Received there. Toronto looking to bring it out to center. Crossing the line there is Hackett.
I believe they announced the incorrect names.
Oh. Yeah, the goal, they announced it as being Easton Hansen. But we know it was Jack Allgood with the goal.
All-good from Jarvie.
All-good from Jarvie, yes. I don't think they gave Jarvie the assist either.
Yeah, that will be fixed. I will fight fire and brimstone for that one to recognize the excellence that has been that pair.
7:23 on the clock in this first period. Shots 1-1. Minnesota has a goal on its lone shot. Off the draw. Music continues playing, and now at the right face-off circle, it's advanced forward. Now it's swept away by Toronto. Toronto looking to bring it out to center. Riley takes a spill. Minnesota on it in the neutral zone, and it's Williamson who lost it to Mancari. Here comes Mancari, 2-on-3, trying to pull off a move. Mancari gets past Hare. Mancari down low, has Riley with him.
Hare got up looking at the man in the striped shirt. Like, how is that not a call? I got taken down.
I think it was just a case of Mancari beating with a deke. Now up top, a long shot, deflects, off the crossbar, and it went down. That was close.
To be a goaltender, sometimes you need to be lucky to keep clean sheets, and you got to be say he definitely was lucky there, was Olsen.
Wow. That one hit the crossbar on the bottom, and it ricocheted directly down into the crease. A fortuitous bounce there for Olsen, as now Diarra takes it back out of his zone and dumps it in.
The wrong kind of bar down.
Yeah, not the one that Toronto wanted there. It was a fortunate bounce off a glove to begin with, and then it goes off the crossbar. Just a chaotic sequence there. Now Minnesota brings it back in. A shot there, and a save made by Rancourt. That shot taken by Colton Chatelain.
Rancourt reaching out that blocker. I don't think that's a fundamental save that you want to make, reaching the blocker out forward in front of you. But, you know, I only know a little bit about goaltending. Never played the position.
Now Watson falls, but he breaks up the play at the line. They're going to call that a hand pass. That's a call that Toronto will take every day of the week, as the alternative was a 2-on-1 the other way. Now we'll take a look at the highlight of that first Minnesota goal.
And I almost want to just stand in silence, but we'll bring you through this.
So as you can see, that's Jarvie wearing number 7. Jarvie has 77 going to the net. All good. It goes upstairs. That's the goal right there. That's all good from Jarvie. Cut and dried. Pretty simple. Now back on to Schillings. Shillings battling against a couple of Toronto skaters down low. And now taking over is Plood. Plood looking up ice. Plood advanced it ahead. Taken over by Ezekiel. Now it comes out to center. And Minnesota gets it forward. Here's Jarvie again down the left side. Jarvie spins, fires a pass in the middle. And taking over there for Toronto is Huang. Huang down the left side at the circle. Stops up and looks up top. Finds Gowing. Gowing returns it back for Huang. Goes through his legs and back over to Shillings, who picks it up for Minnesota below the goal line. Helped out there by Jack Kaiser.
The third member of that top line here for Team Minnesota.
Yeah, he's got a couple of pretty offensive wingers on his flanks, but he's playing a pretty meaty defensive role in this one, and he also scored a goal yesterday that we commentated.
Correct, he did.
Now Ezekiel hands it off. A one-time shot by Attard, and a glove save is made by Olsen.
So, with that goal from Jack Allgood, he now moves into a tie for third place in our goal scoring race. And you know, they're rolling already. I don't think that'll be the last time we say his name.
No, certainly not. Face-off won by Minnesota. Hare onto it. Banks it up the boards, and where is it? Is it stuck on top there?
Yeah, stuck on the padding.
Wow.
As we've mentioned here, not just a dasher board here in the defensive zone, also a crash mat in behind to give a little bit more padding for anyone who goes careening into those end boards.
Yeah, just hit the top and then just stopped. Now
there's a little bit of a pit sometimes between the crash pads.
Now Toronto brings it back. 4-on-2. They come through the neutral zone, but they enter offside, as that was Manders who entered just a little bit ahead of his teammates.
Manders couldn't drag his back foot. The centerman kind of looked up to the heavens a little bit, just, why couldn't I drag that foot? We were up with numbers. Or why couldn't my teammate speed up?
Face off, won by Minnesota. Shillings back on it. Shillings picks it up, gives it back over to Plood. Plood up ahead, finds Hansen, who backhands it ahead. Now Toronto takes over. Spinning there is Hackett. Hackett shoots, and a pad save is made by Olsen. Up the near side, Minnesota looking to clear. Chatelain digging away at it, as is Luke Attard. Now it comes all the way down the ice. That'll be icing called against Minnesota.
And Mike, I'd like to announce a very extra special sponsor of today's game. You know who it is. Folks at home might not. It's us.
Yes.
It's ASTV, the sponsor of today's game.
Yeah, in case you haven't checked it out already, go to amateursports.tv to check out this game that you are already currently watching.
And several other programs, including weekly programming here on ASTV.
That is true. Now up top, Toronto with the puck. A long shot there by Chan on goal. Rainbows down off the pad of Graham Olsen. Down low, it's Riley. Riley leaves it for his teammate. Toronto pressing. Toronto looking for the tying goal. Up top, a shot through traffic. Save, Olsen. Rebound. Swept away by Minnesota. Over to the far side. Taken there by Allgood.
If this was a different age group, I would say, to steal a phrase that I've heard, there's money on the board on who's going to beat this goose egg.
Yeah. Now Allgood keeps it in, making moves. Allgood dishes it off. Jarvie, Allgood, a shot. And that one deflects away from danger.
Jarvie with that pass from the right post. Oh, so dangerous. And once again, a high-quality scoring chance.
Jarvie out there, as is Allgood. Goes back into the Toronto zone, and on it there is Chan. Chan up ahead. That one's out of the reach of Riley. And back on it. Now Riley steals it. Riley, now a nice defensive play by Homan, breaking that one up. The pass deflected away from Jarvie now, and Toronto back on the puck.
It comes naturally saying the name Riley when we look at these Toronto jerseys.
Yeah, no kidding. Morgan Riley's been there for what seems like forever after being drafted 5th overall by the Leafs in 2012. Toronto on the puck on the far side, unable to clear, keeping it alive. There's Maruk. Maruk pulls off a nice move. The trailer, and having the puck knocked off his stick there was Shiljan. Now on it is Huang for Toronto. Huang down the near side, tried to pull off a move, but it's disrupted by Hopeman. And now here comes Minnesota. Tate Ulrich, who had a goal yesterday. Ulrich down the right side, trailing pass. Maruk in on goal, and that shot is knocked away by Toronto. Almost a hook there against Minnesota, no call on the play. And now the Minnesota team takes over in its own end.
Gotta say, Toronto Pros sticks very active in all zones on the ice.
Now Marouk pulls off a move. Marouk has it taken away from him. Another nice defensive stick. Money on the spot there for you, Conrad. Now Attard down the right side. Attard knocked down. No call upcoming. Attard down low, helped out by Huang. Also in there for Toronto is Hackett. Hackett battling a shot and a save made by Olsen. Quick shot there by Huang, but Olsen was up to the task.
Make sure to freeze the puck. Saw a little bit of possession there from Toronto. Not looking to cycle the puck just yet, but happy to get that ozone face-off.
Face-off won by Toronto. At the right side, Hackett cutting in. Hackett down low as Manders up top.
Hackett nearly taking out our official with his move.
Now Lambourne back down low for Hackett. Knocked away from him by Minnesota. Now it's on top of the boards. Knocked down by Toronto. As we are into the final minute of this first period, which has just flown by here at the Ice Palace, Christensen makes a move. Here's Christensen, shoots, and that puck deflects high off the glass.
I think that was another active stick getting in the way there from Toronto Pro Hockey.
Minnesota battling for it down low below the Toronto goal line. Trying to jar it free here and potentially score their second goal. Minnesota has the puck down low, comes up top, receiving it there is Plood. Plood makes a nice move down low. Plood still maneuvering in front and unable to deflect that one on goal was Christensen. Hackett brings it out to center for Toronto. Hackett over to the far side, dumped in there by Alati. 16 seconds on the clock here in this first period.
And a player for the Minnesota team going very gingerly to the bench. That's Christensen.
That was Christensen. Jarvie, 5 seconds on the clock. Jarvie stops up, makes the pass, deflects away from the Minnesota player by Toronto. And as time expires, Minnesota leads 1-0.
You know, both commentary teams here at ASTV, we talked to Rory a little bit, and we theoretized that in a couple of these games, Minnesota's gotten an early lead and then taken the foot off the gas and kind of coasted. I don't think they're able to do it against this Toronto Pro team, proving very game thus far.
Absolutely. 12 minutes gone, 12 minutes on the clock for our second period. Shots favoring Toronto 5-2. Minnesota's had a lot of zone time, though, and a lot of shots blocked away from the goal.
And we do have to make mention, I think we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't mention the fact that Team Minnesota came here yesterday. They had their family and friends along the boards, and they all had matching shirts saying TEAM Minnesota. Today, they've gone full hula mode. We're having a luau down in that left-hand corner.
Yeah, Minnesota, I think bought their Hawaiian shirts in bulk. They got them ordered from some website, I'm sure, and they all look great.
It's unity. Unity on the ice, unity in the stands. And of course, they've been very proud to be the team that's carrying the American flag out here. So you do see that over the shoulders of one of the dads or family members in the stands.
Face-off upcoming at center ice to start this second period. The draw won by Minnesota. They'll look to expand upon their lead in this middle frame as that's Alice Allgood with the puck. Allgood gets it over to Jarvie, who backhands it in. Allgood giving chase. Allgood down low, helped out there by Kaiser. Kaiser with it, spins away from a defender. Kaiser, Jarvie, sharp angle shot, and a save is made there by Rancourt.
Playmaker with a very good chance on goal.
Sort of like Alex Tanguay a little bit.
I was about to mention that name. Someone who we were always yelling at in the Saddle Dome to shoot more, but just refused. Pass first all the way.
The only way Alex Tanguay ever shot the puck is if he could pass it into the net. That was sort of the way that it went. And as it turned out, he was like a career 20% shooter. Down low up top. A shot there by Jarvie. Another save made by Rancourt. 2 one-timers from the same spot for number 7 in white.
And he had that absolute howitzer in the later game of last night. That was only stopped by a fantastic glove save.
Yeah, Jarvie is a heck of a player. He's had a really good tournament so far. Really good.
Just take your highlighter. This whole line.
Yeah. Now Shulgin up ahead. Allgood with it down the right side. Allgood has it knocked off his stick, but he picks it back up. Now it's Shiljan down low, up top. A one-timer by Ulrich, and it's blocked by Toronto.
Also came off the heel of his stick. Not getting all of it, but
now Ezekiel with a long shot, making the save. There is Olsen, and he drops down to cover it up with 10:28 on the clock in this second period.
just to continue that thought, didn't get all of it, but still chopped down the defenseman Lamborn a little bit, kind of shaking out that foot a little bit as he skates down the ice, and that looks none the worse for wear.
Face-off won by Minnesota. Backhanded over to the near side for Plood. Plood ahead. Minnesota brings it out to center. Maruk had his puck
pocket pick.
Had his pocket pick. Thank you, Conrad. Now in the offensive zone, Toronto chasing that puck. Comes up top. Chan couldn't get it off. Minnesota, oh, they overskated the puck. They might have a 2-on-0 there. Now Schillings. Nice pass ahead to Maruk. Maruk down the left side. In front. On goal, Minnesota looking for that shot. They have it down low now. Shiljan backhands it in front. It's still loose. Poked away there by Rancourt. Now Maruk in front. Oh, and Ulrich couldn't fire it. Now it comes up top. Plood with the drive. Blocked there by Ezekia. And now Huang on it for Toronto down low.
Ezekia shaking his arm out there. Took it right in the inside of the elbow, but doesn't look any worse for wear.
Minnesota on it down low, taken there by Shiljan. Shiljan fending off a Toronto defender. That's Chan, who's battling with him. Now coming in is Ulrich. Ulrich up top, pass. Oh, and that just hopped over the stick of Schillings. And Toronto will go off for a line change.
So speaking of Schillings, you noticed Huang looking over his shoulder, not allowing a pass to get out to the small but mighty number 97.
Now Plood is upended. No call on the play as Minnesota still jamming away at that puck. Comes to Christensen. Good to see him back out there. As you noted earlier, he sort of labored off the ice. Down low, Chatlin with the puck. Chatlin is knocked down. That'll be a penalty. And Minnesota heading to the power play with 8:47 on the clock in this second period.
But I do have to make more notice of that now, because there's not often, sometimes you'll assign a defender to a forward. Yeah. Someone who can put the puck in the net at will. Not often will you see someone making note and marking a D-man at the point. But you're having to see that come out from Toronto Pro.
Yeah, Schillings is definitely a target of some watchful eyes for that Toronto team. As now it's a 5-on-4 power play for Minnesota here, which is brought to you by the Kachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management. We share a passion for our community, and we believe wealth is about more than just money at the Kachuk Advisory Group. Plood hands it off. On there is Allgood, making some nice moves. At the right face-off circle, Allgood with the puck. Sends it up top. Kaiser back to Allgood. Allgood at the top of the circle, now reverts to the point. Hands it off over to Plood. Plood for Jarvie. Jarvie in the corner with the puck. Hands it back to Plood. Plood winds up, fakes the defenseman out. Plood over to Allgood, and in front, the puck is bouncing around. Minnesota can't get it on goal. Kept alive by Plood. Now Toronto sends it out to center.
Allgood's blade almost disappearing in the West Edmonton Mall logo.
Now Kaiser, sharp angle, save made there by Rancourt.
Allgood could not get his blade on the bouncing puck.
And now Toronto sends it back out to safety. Minnesota back on the puck. Kaiser with it, gets it up quickly to Allgood. 2-on-1 here. Allgood, Shiljan on goal. Shiljan, save, rebound save. Oh, and then Jarvie fires it over the net. 3 glorious chances for Minnesota, but they come up 0.
Oh my goodness.
And now Toronto fires it all the way back into the Minnesota zone. 40 seconds to go on this power play.
Toronto's got to be counting their lucky stars there. Puck just bounced up on end, so Jarvie could not get all that carbon fiber behind it. I was going to say wood, but we all know wood sticks are a bygone era.
And now Toronto fires it down the ice one more time. 7:07 on the clock in the second period. 18 seconds remain on this power play. Pass misses Allgood. Toronto has it again, and they fire it down the ice.
You know, Lammert there could have taken a couple extra seconds. Take an extra move, calm it down, eat another couple seconds off this power play.
And now Toronto's eating even more time as it comes up top. Gowing's long shot. Oh, just deflected wide. Close call there for number 22 as we are back to 5-a-side hockey. Toronto down low, turns it over. Shiljan can't get it out. Now Schilling's back on it. Schilling's pressing it up against the dasher board. Puck sent down low, and Schillings hasn't pressed up there.
The smallest player on the ice, keeping that puck pinned with two much larger players surrounding him.
And now Schillings blocks that shot away and tries to clear it up the far side boards, taken away by Toronto. They send it down low one more time.
Because we initially noticed Schillings because he was so small and wondered if that would be a liability. I think it's a strength.
Yeah, it's totally a strength. Now at center, it's Allgood. Allgood makes a move to the outside. Allgood at the circle, shoots, and a glove save is made by Rancourt.
Rancourt needed to reach that glove hand out because Allgood did have a forward up with him in behind the D-men, just looking to poach that goal. I can get you the name of the player who was there in front of that. That was Cade Christensen.
Face off in the D zone, won by Toronto. Toronto with the puck, sent over to the far side. Minnesota there to cut it off. After it down low is Ulrich. Ulrich's pass in front, taken away by Toronto. Ulrich back on it. Ulrich at the top of the circle, muscling it down low, helped out there by Chatelain. Chatelain has it taken away from him, and Toronto skates it out to safety. On it there is Mancari. Mancari shoots. That one's blocked. Mancari chasing the rebound, but it's taken away by Plude. Minnesota gets it out to safety. Here comes Ulrich down the right. Ulrich has options with him. Ulrich hands it off over to the left side. That one hops over the stick of Easton Hansen.
That was a great power move by Ulrich, managing to get that puck over to the center of the ice. Just unlucky, has it skip over the blades of both of his forward partners.
Now Plude down low, tries the wraparound, and that one's cut off nicely by Toronto. Sent up the far side boards, kept it to the point for a moment. Holtman pressing it up against the boards. Now it comes out.
And good defensive communication and responsibility. When you had Plude up in the play, it was Ulrich knowing that he needed to come back. You're seeing sometimes in this tournament when a defenseman pinches, no forward gets back, but definitely not seeing that from the Minnesota team.
Plude back on it for Minnesota, hands it off over to Holtman. Holtman chips it ahead, but Toronto there to cut him off. Toronto's pass is deflected away by Holtman, though, and it's taken over by Chatelain. Chatelain gets it ahead. Minnesota out to center ice. As on it there is Ulrich. Ulrich maneuvering through traffic, hauled down, no call on the play. And Toronto look to break it out. Ulrich is tangled up still in the corner. Now he knocks the Toronto player's stick away from him.
He almost collided head first into the boards there.
Yeah. Now up top, Toronto with a chance. Oh, a shot, and that one just goes wide. Off the carom, Manders picks it back up, sends it down low for Hackett. Hackett hasn't skipped past him. Minnesota on the puck. They get it up top. Diarra. Oh, are they going to say he kept it in? No. They're going to say it's a delayed offside. Minnesota with lots of time to break it out. On it there is Schillings. Schillings skates it ahead. Here comes Schillings. Through the middle, dumps it in. And giving chase is Kaiser. Kaiser down low after that puck. Tries to poke it forward. Toronto collapsing below the goal line with 5 skaters, 3 from Minnesota, 2 from Toronto chasing that puck. Coming in to pick it up for Toronto there was Joshua Hackett.
And Minnesota's line's in a little bit of a blender, as you do see Kaiser out there without his usual 2 scoring partners.
Now it's Manders down the right. That shot deflects on goal, save made by Olsen. The rebound! Oh, it's just chipped over the net. Close call there for Toronto, looking for the tying goal.
A couple of close calls for Toronto Pro.
Now a spinning shot by Alati goes wide. Hackett on it in the corner. 2:57 on the clock in this period. Up top, Alati with a shot. That one goes wide.
Toronto Pro has the right idea. When you have a goalie this hot, you just got to pepper shots. And sometimes it won't be the prettiest goal, but they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Minnesota takes control in its own end. They look to clear up the near side, and they will through the middle. Kaiser on that puck. Kaiser crosses the line. Kaiser to the outside, drops it for Maruk. Maruk tries to send it down toward the circle. Now it's taken away again by Toronto. Down the right side, Manders is hooked. Ezekia carries it in onside. Ezekia drags, and that one's blocked by Plude.
Plude's been out there a while, unable to get to this long second period change.
2 minutes on the clock in this period. Toronto pressing. Ezekia down low. Pressed there by Holtman. Squirts free for Plude on the near side, sends it up the boards. Minnesota will break it out to center.
Both these groups of fans getting loud, sensing how quickly the pace has changed in this game.
Ezekia's pass finds Alati. There comes Alati out to center ice. Pardon me, that's Attard. Attard shot deflects into the near corner. Toronto back on that puck. It's Huang down low. Huang has Ezekia. Ezekia in front. Attard couldn't quite reach that pass. Now Minnesota up the near side. All good. Pokes it ahead. Gives chase. He's got lots of speed in those legs. All good down low. Still with the puck. Gets past to one defender. Past two. All good up top. Finds Plude. Plude hesitates. Still has control of that puck. Hauled down. No call. And Toronto can't clear. Now they do. Toronto fires it all the way down the ice. Should be and will be an icing call.
So you see Shiljan coming up and joining the two high point getters here for Minnesota. Just a little bit of a change. But that's got to say something about your team build. You can shift your centers around, but the wingers are able to play with every single one of them.
Face off one. Well, a bit of a scramble there, but it's won by Toronto. And Mancari brings it out to the neutral zone. Mancari down the right side, cuts to the middle. Mancari gets past Hare, has it at the top of the circle. That shot's blocked. Here's a chance. Another block by Minnesota. Puck sent back out to center. Hops over Moore's stick. Race for the puck. Toronto gets there first. Now it's Kaiser down the left side. Kaiser on that puck. Has it knocked off his stick. Now Minnesota gets it back. Kaiser up top for Hare. Hare over to Schillings. Schillings takes it. Fires a shot. Deflects high over the goal. Close call there for Minnesota. Now Kaiser from a sharp angle. That hits the side of the net. Minnesota in tight. Unable to get a shot. There was number 11 Chatelain. From distance now. Hare's shot. Knocked aside by the pad of Rancourt. Delayed penalty coming up. Toronto touches the puck. And with 19.5 seconds on the clock, Minnesota heading to a power play to close out this second period.
It's going to be a body contact call here. Charged to, I believe it's number 88. No, that's not Eric Lindros.
Haha.
Come on, one of the most famous 88s in all of hockey. Maybe famous for the wrong reasons with the amount of concussions he had. But Grayson Moore will sit for 2 or less.
I mean, you could just go to Toronto and say William Nylander.
You know, Lindros was also a Leaf, I'll have you know.
He was. Absolutely, he was indeed. He wore that same number as well. After the puck down low, Minnesota trying to take it free. 8 seconds on the clock. Plude hands it off. Down low, all good. All good. At the circle, all good making moves. All good shoots. That one's blocked by the head of a Toronto player sent out of danger. And that will do it. After a wild second period, the shots somehow just 6-6. But we head into the second intermission with Minnesota leading 1-0.
Oh my goodness. This has been one of the most action-packed games we've seen here yet at the 2012 birth year version of this tournament.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to watch, and both goaltenders more than up to the task so far. We'll see what lies in store for us in the third period when we return here on ASTV in a few moments. Mike Gould, Conrad Krausert here at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment. Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins Hotel and Weiser's Restaurant and Bar, located across the street from Blackjack Stewart Arena off Highway 3 in Pilot Mound.
We're back here at the West Edmonton Mall at the Ice Palace. We're just joking around that we had Christmas in July. Meli Kaliki Maka played by our DJ and PA announcer in reference to those Hawaiian shirts that we have been talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. The Minnesota fans all wearing very coordinated attire to go along with their coaching staff, and their team is feeling all the love as well. As boy, oh boy, they're playing extremely well. Toronto holding their own. The shots are 6-6, and Minnesota leading by a 1-0 score.
But speaking of that 1-0 lead, let's go to that first goal listed on the website as not from the correct scoring duo. It's the duo for Minnesota.
Yeah, you can see very clearly on the video feed there. It's 7-77, and that's Jarvie to Allgood, and Allgood goes upstairs. It's listed right now as Hansen from Kaiser, but I mean, folks, it's just saw it.
It's not right.
You saw it. You saw it. It's 77 from 7, and that's the goal. You just saw it there on the replay. A really nice shot by Allgood to beat the Toronto goaltender Brady Rancourt.
So the teams are getting ready to get onto the ice. So let's join them. Head to that on-ice camera here as we get ready to bring you the third period. So Mike, Mancari just took a little bit of a toe puck getting right back onto the ice. Hopefully not a sign of things to come here for Toronto Pro Hockey.
Yeah, Toronto Pro Hockey needs to get a goal quickly here in this one because Minnesota, the way they're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they get one quick too.
And you know, everyone's looking at that 0 on the scoreboard. Everyone in this building. It needs to change.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you don't want to get shut out here.
No, you don't. You don't want to. Number one, you don't want to lose for this game, but you don't want that guy going into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with that much confidence.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Minnesota right now, they're playing like a team that knows they're going to win. That's just how they know. They know it. They don't want to win. They know they will.
And it's not just on the ice. They walk around our backstage areas here with a confident swagger to them.
Yeah.
And Allgood shaking hands, not just doing the flyby. I don't know, could probably be shaking hands and kissing babies with how well he's been playing.
Yeah, Allgood's been fantastic. He and Jarvie are centered by Ulrich to start this third period.
The revolving door of centers that they've played with in this tournament.
And we are underway in this third period. Minnesota, as mentioned, leading 1-0, and they're looking to expand upon that lead early in this final frame of regulation. Up top, Kaiser playing defense here.
Oh, because they are on the power play.
That's right.
To start this period.
For another minute 20. So, of course, we remind you that this power play is brought to you by the Kachuk Advisory Group and Scotia Wealth Management. Down the right side, Ulrich in tight, and that one's deflected just wide. Coming in, Plude. Plude below the goal line.
Plude, the only true defenseman on this power play unit, playing as a rover.
That's right. Down low, puck comes up top for Kaiser. Kaiser with a long shot, deflects high off the top of the glass. And now down low, Toronto rims it up top, kept in by Kaiser.
Kaiser has a wicked wrist shot from the point. We've seen it unleashed a couple times here, but unable to hold his own.
You can see why he's playing the point on this power play. Now Attard brings it in. Attard on the backhand. Shot there, and maybe a leg save made by Olsen.
Yeah, I was looking to go 5-hole, just couldn't quite get it there.
Now what a move by Allgood. Through the middle, Allgood doesn't fall off his stick. A shot there, oh man. What a bullet by Ulrich. That one just missed high.
Yep. Couple powerful shots from the point here on this power play.
Now a long shot, and a glove save is made there by Rancourt.
And Rancourt reaches out, pulls it back in. I'm going to do a Star Wars reference, Mike. I have to do it.
Okay.
Grabbing it like the Rancourt in Jabba's palace.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you're not a Star Wars fan.
No.
You're a fan of all things movie, but not Star Wars.
Yeah, never really been my thing.
Oh.
Now Ezekiel sends it to the line, kept in by Holtman. That long shot blocked by Manders, goes over to the far side, and now Toronto takes over. Down low, Ezekiel finds the puck. Can't get it out, though, as Minnesota pressuring below the goal line.
Toronto. 5-on-5 now.
Yeah, we are back to full strength here in this third period. Down low, Toronto finds it. They send it up the near sideboards. And Minnesota trying to force the turnover. They do. down low with that puck. Williamson spins away from a defender. Williamson from a sharp angle. Save made there by Rancourt. Minnesota again, another wraparound try. Rancourt seals off the post. Still loose down there, and finally, Toronto finds the puck. Bringing it out to center. Here comes Toronto. It's Hackett into the middle. Stops up. Here's a chance. A shot and a block there by Hopeman.
This whole Minnesota team helping out their goaltender, not letting shots get all the way to net.
Now Toronto breaks it up. Ezekiel has it skitter off his stick. And it's center ice now. Back on it for Toronto is Moore. Moore with the puck. Looks up ice. Has Ezekiel on his sights. Instead sends it over to the far side. Now a turnover. Christensen after that puck. Now it's brought out by Hackett. Hackett down the right side. Down low. Hackett shoots. And a save is made there by Olsen. He comes up for a face-off inside the Minnesota zone with 12:09 on the clock in this third period.
Another name you could be confused as between the junior team here of Toronto Pro and the big league team, Moore. Yep. Trevor Moore. Big time.
Yep, Trevor Moore, the former Toronto Maple Leaf forward, now applies his trade with the Los Angeles Kings. Was involved in the deal for Jack Campbell.
Soup.
Yep.
I could go for some soup right now, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding.
The chills are starting to creep up off the ice rink here today. It's usually quite warm, but today a little bit cooler with the rain not allowing the light in from the big skylight in front of the top of the rink.
Yeah, it's cool in here. Now Shiljan on goal. Oh, it's swept off the goal line by Toronto. Close call there for Maverick Shiljan. Now it's Riley. Riley down the left side has Mancari behind him. Riley stops up. Couldn't quite find Mancari with that pass. It's sent over to the near side now and picked up by Ulrich. Ulrich over to the left side. Finds his man Shiljan. Shiljan drops it for Maruk. Maruk pressed up against the far side boards, and both teams trying to jar that puck free. Comes to Minnesota. Maruk on it. Maruk shoots. And that one deflects away from danger over to the near side boards.
Was trying to pick out that very small corner, and it was open from our vantage point.
Now the whistle blows, and there will be a face-off, likely in the neutral zone, not entirely sure. It'll be in the Toronto zone with 11:03 on the clock in this third period.
Our in-arena DJ has certainly tailored the music choices now to match the Hawaiian shirts, as we've got Wipeout going throughout the arena.
Classic. Now Jarvie pushes it forward off the draw. Jarvie in front, and that one deflects off the side of the net.
As long as nobody starts the wave, I'm happy.
Yeah, that'll be kind of silly in a venue like this. Now the puck deflects to the point. Kept in by Hopeman. Sends it down low. Jarvie fires, and that one's knocked away by Toronto's Gowing. Now it's taken by Watson down low. Watson banks it off the boards to Ezekiel. Ezekiel down the right side into the middle. That pass knocked away by Jarvie. Ezekiel back on it. Now it's taken over by Hare. Hare spins away from Ezekiel. Looks up ice. Fanned on that clearing attempt. And looking to force a turnover there is Huang. Now Minnesota back on it. Hopeman gets it up the near side for Jarvie. Pass knocked away, but Jarvie gets it back. Jarvie meanders through the neutral zone. Gets it up to Kaiser. Kaiser down the left side. Kaiser toward the goal. Save made there by Rancourt. Back out at center comes Huang. Huang into the middle. Huang helped out there by Attard, but they couldn't get a shot off. Down low, Attard on that puck. Battling in the far corner. Comes free now, and Allgood sends it through the middle to Jarvie.
No look pass right to the tape.
That was perfect. Jarvie hauled down, puck still sliding. Now it's taken away by Toronto. Allgood looking to steal it right back. Comes up the near side, and indeed Minnesota looking still for that puck. Williamson tried to bat it again down low, but now Toronto on it. And down the near side comes Manders. Manders at the circle, in front, here's a chance. Oh, they score! Toronto ties the game. It's Joshua Hackett.
Hackett taking the Penguin slide celebration. Finally able to put one past Minnesota, breaking the shutout streak. And you gotta say, a game and 2 periods and a half.
Wow. Yeah, that's just very impressive. Hackett slides it just past the outstretched pad of Graham Olson to make it a 1-1 game here. Olson had gone his last 2 starts without allowing a single goal. Made it all the way into the 3rd period. Now it's 1-1. Minnesota back on the puck. Hare gets it into Christensen. Christensen, maybe he's related to Hayden Christensen. Hey, I can do Star Wars too.
You can.
Now the puck comes back out to center, and Alani gives chase. That'll be a bit too hard, I think, and it will go for an icing against Toronto Pro Hockey.
Oh boy. There's been lots of chances in this game, but that was another nice move. We've seen just great patience from a lot of these players when they're alone in front of goal.
Yeah, it's been very impressive, and just really nice composure there by Joshua Hackett to tuck it in past the pad of Olson.
And the referee just saying, hey, you guys are the away team. Listen to me. If I have my hand up, you can't make that change. This will be the last, looks like it'll be the last warning for the team from Toronto.
And the referee's still embroiled in a conversation over with the Toronto coaching staff. See if they require a personnel change on the ice.
Oh, here, it looks like they're trying to call Minnesota calling a timeout here.
Okay, so
that's an easy way to solve it.
Yeah, 8:57 on the clock.
And since we have this timeout, we do have the replay for Toronto Pro Hockey's goal coming up here.
So you see Manders coming down the left side, a perfect pass, and just really nice composure there by Joshua Hackett, just barely tucking it past the outstretched pad of Graham Olson.
And you say just, oh man, Graham Olson's probably kicking himself. Just saying, if I just had an extra inch, could have just gotten that toe a little closer to the ice.
Yeah, the momentum was basically what carried that puck across the goal line.
100%.
I mean, I would say that Hackett maybe didn't even get a shot off so much as I just slid it forward. And it bounced off, it looked like the pad, maybe back off the stick, and then went across the goal line. So, nevertheless, it counts all the same for Toronto. They get the much-needed tying goal here in this game against Minnesota.
You saw one of the coaches coming over to Olson saying, you know what? You've done great. Keep being great. And don't let that one goal get to you.
Now in front, Jarvie in front, they score! All good again! Minnesota takes a 2-1 lead.
Hopefully they get this one right for our score sheet. Once again, 77 from the single 7. And there is elation on the face of All Good.
Wow.
Wow.
What a play.
A little bit of A2 there from Jarvie. Jarvie doing the knee slide. Not doing the full Therian Fleury knee slide, but I think the elation can be seen.
Wow, Minnesota back on top. We'll see what unfolds here with 8:49 to play in regulation time. A collision there. A couple of Toronto skaters collide. Now it comes up top, and Mankari tries to break it out for Toronto. Mankari after it. Through the middle, knocked off his stick. Holtman banks it out to center. Maruk gives chase. Gowing gets it in. Mankari deflects it out to center, and Riley gives chase. Hare back on it now for Minnesota. Hare below the goal line, leaves it there for Schillings. Schillings leads the charge, gets it into Ulrich. Ulrich down the right side. Ulrich battling for it down low. Ulrich being pressed there by Gowing. Now it's sent up the near side. Toronto looks to break it out. On it there is Lambourne. Lambourne down the left side. Tries to get past Schillings. Lambourne still battling for it down low. Hands it off to Mankari. Mankari loses control. Minnesota looks to break it out. Leading the charge is Shildren. Hands it over to Ulrich. Now it's sent back out to safety by Toronto. Mankari loses it to Plood. Plood, now it's taken away by Mankari. Both teams jostling for that puck at center ice. Now Ulrich brings it in down the right side. Pass knocked away by Toronto. Here comes Mankari. He's got Riley. Mankari stops up. Mankari walks in. Mankari shoots. Just missed on the outside.
Trying to match the number 7 on the other side is man Carey.
Watson up high. Watson's long shot is blocked by Minnesota. And Minnesota will break it out to center. Williamson down the right side. Williamson with a shot, and a glove save is made there by Rancourt.
Rancourt making sure to just secure that one.
As we've got another look here at that second goal by Minnesota. Right off the draw, Jarvie pushes it ahead, finds Allgood through the middle, tucks it through the 5-hole, making it 2-1.
Great face-off play there and great awareness. And once again, a great pass.
Now Alati down low. Alati's pass. Oh, look out. As crashing into the end boards there was Noah Holtman. Back to his feet slowly. Looks to be all right. That was a dangerous looking collision with the end boards. Now in front, Toronto. A save made by Olsen. Oh, a point blank chance there. Denied by the Minnesota goaltender.
It looks like Manders almost had his arms up, thinking that puck certainly had to find the twine.
This has been a whale of a hockey game. Toronto up to a long shot there. Sails just wide.
And Connecticut isn't even involved.
Now Alati in tight. Couldn't get it on goal. Knocked down there by Hare. Minnesota's player taken down. No call on the play. The fans wanted one. Hackett now involved down low. Taken away now by Manders. Manders up high. Oh, and it just skips past Moore. Toronto has to go back into their own zone to pick up that puck.
That'll give Noah Holtman the opening to get to the bench, and he is immediately just taking a seat, trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, that was a heavy collision. He slid into the end boards. Hope he's all right.
Giving up the body to make the play, break up the pass.
Hackett shoots, save made by Olsen. Rebound sent down low below the goal line by Minnesota. Taking over there is Plood. Now it's Jarvie. Jarvie down the near side, loses control. Chan goes D-to-D. Toronto through the middle. Manders maneuvering. Manders fires. That deflects away off the stick of Schillings. And Plood picks it up down low. Plood advances it over to Jarvie. Jarvie through the middle, taken there by Allgood. Allgood has the puck, knocked off his stick. Toronto, that's Ezekia, brings it out to center. Ezekia has the stick lifted by Jarvie. Comes back out to Huang, leaves it there for Chan. Over to the far side, taken there by Connor Gowing. Gowing maneuvers down the right side. Gowing up top, makes a move past Kaiser. Gowing, pass. Oh, and that one goes between the legs of Attard. Now Attard's backhand pass, knocked away from Ezekia. Minnesota picks it up. Again, no calls on the play. Late in this third period, Jarvie passes it over to Kaiser. Kaiser across the red and the blue, down the left side. Kaiser muscled off the puck by Gowing. Coming in to help out is Allgood. Allgood down low. Allgood still with the puck below the goal line. 4:34 on the clock. Up top, Hare walking in, fires, and that one's blocked en route by Toronto. Toronto brings it up to center. Attard through the middle, helped out by Huang, but it's knocked away by Minnesota. And here comes Jarvie, loses control to Ezekia. Ezekia hands it back to Lamborn. Lamborn gets it in to Huang. Huang makes a nice move, gets it out to center. Ezekia, 1-on-2. Here he comes, makes a nice move, fires a shot that's deflected away by Hare. Minnesota back on the puck down low, sent up the far side boards, blocking that one off was Toronto. And now on it is Allgood. Here comes Allgood out to center. He's got 2 goals in this game. Allgood down the left side into the middle. Jarvie on the backhand, and a save is made by Rancourt. Allgood again, shoots, scores! Hat trick! Allgood, 3-1. He's got all 3.
And the hats and sunglasses find their way to the ice. Jarvie says, I'll take those and bring them back. Celebrate with my teammate. Everyone giving Allgood taps on the back and the helmet.
Allgood, call them all goals, because he's got all their goals in this game. Minnesota leads 3-1 over Toronto Pro. Maruk down the left side. Maruk sends it in deep. Shatland streaks after it for Minnesota. Now Toronto back on it. 3:30 to go in this third period. Schillings fires it right back in for Minnesota. Giving chase is Maruk. Back on it now for Minnesota is Schillings. That's going to be an icing called against Minnesota, or against Toronto rather. Face-off will be in Minnesota's attacking zone.
it's such a shame that the officials did not get that first goal right, robbing Allgood from being announced as the hat trick in the arena. But we all know, for fans watching at home, it is 3 from 77.
Yeah, during that second intermission, I did go to the officials and I asked them about changing it. They said they'd take a look after the game, so we'll see if that gets fixed. As Toronto looking to advance the puck. Taken out to center ice by Toronto, as that's Manders skating with it. Manders ahead. Schillings takes it away. Schillings has it stripped from him by Hackett. 2:52 on the clock. Taken away, and Shiljan lost control. Shiljan helped out there by Chatlin, and now the puck bounces over to Marouk. Toronto looking to break it out. Down the right side. We'll take a look as Rancourt might head to the bench. Here's a chance, and a save made by Olsen, denying Brock Manders from point-blank range. Toronto down low. Alati in front. Oh, and he sends it high, directly out of play. Close call there for number 77 in blue.
Into the hula section. And you know what? I gotta say, these Minnesota fans are raucous, but we do have the highlight of the third goal.
Yeah, you can see Jarvie send it off the side of the net. It came up top, and Allgood just makes no mistake beating Rancourt with that shot, as now the puck sent in on Olsen, who covers it up for a face-off with 2:19 on the clock in this third period.
Oh my goodness. What a game, folks. If you're watching from Toronto, your team needs to hold their hands high, because they've been putting on a show too.
Off the face-off, Christensen brings it out to center, dumps it in after crossing the red line. And now the puck back in Toronto's territory, Dowing on the puck. Over to the near side, Toronto looking to bring it out to center. Attard over to the right, taken there by Azekia. Azekia stops up, looks up top, loses control. Here comes Minnesota. Williamson over to Christensen. Christensen down the right side. Knocked off the puck down low. Christensen still on his feet though, and still after that puck. Williamson shoots from a sharp angle. That one misses the net. Now on it is Hansen. 1:38 to go in regulation time. Up top, Schillings fires it down low. Hansen gives chase. Hansen falls. Toronto back on that puck. It's advanced up the near side and out to center. Azekia dumps it in. Minnesota back on the puck. It's Hare with it. Hare leaves it for Schillings. Schillings up the near side, and here he comes. Schillings down the right, dumps it in. Christensen gives chase. Toronto back with that puck, caught between their skates, and coming in to take it away is Ulrich. 1:02 on the clock, in front. That one sent wide by Kaiser. As we are into the final minute of this regulation period, streaking through the middle with the puck, there is Hackett. Hackett in the right circle. Hackett down low. Hackett spinning. Still down up top now. Hackett in front. That pass deflects. A backhand shot. They score! Riley!
Empty net goal here, and 38 seconds left for Toronto Pro Hockey.
Yes, as you mentioned, Brady Rancourt on the bench for Toronto when Riley tapped that one in. And Toronto cuts the lead to 1. 3-2 on the scoreboard with 38.5 seconds remaining in regulation time.
But there was a lot of work coming in prior to that play from number 97, Joshua Hackett. Runs around the zone, makes the defenders for Minnesota adjust. And we got a timeout here coming from Toronto Pro Hockey.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the clock for Toronto to draw up their next play, see how they might be able to tie this game, as they are being outshot 12-11. But they got a good shot here to maybe get back in this one.
Minnesota has their goaltenders off to one side, talking about probably the mental aspect of this as much as anything else. Just saying, you know what? You got us to this point. Drive it home. And Toronto definitely had the drawing board out, getting everything ready for what will be likely a 6-on-5 to start off. No, they are going to send Rancourt back in, at least for the face.
Yeah, the face-off will be at center ice. after the last goal scored. And the goaltender now, the coach is trying to get his attention to bring him out.
Forward.
Yeah.
He'll probably stand at around the hash marks, but being ready to go if they win this face-off.
Face-off at center. Remains 5-on-5 for now. Draw won by Toronto. Poked ahead, and now Rancourt goes to the bench. It's kept in by Watson, sent down low. Sticked aside there by Olsen. 6-on-5, 28 seconds on the clock in this third period. Toronto has it down low. Sent there for Attard. Minnesota fires it to the line. Not out. Kept in by Toronto. Now it's taken away. Jarvie looks to clear. Can't. Manders on it at the right circle. He's on his backhand. Sends it in front. Deflected wide.
Minnesota happy to keep it just along the boards here.
8 seconds. We'll see what Toronto can do. Up top, Watson can't control it. Goes to the line. A shot there toward the front. Deflected. There's a chance. They score! Oh my goodness! At the buzzer, Toronto makes it a 3-3 game. Can you believe it? It's Mancari.
Oh my goodness. With just under a second to play, Toronto evens the score.
Grayson Mancari is pumped up. He scores the game-tying goal, and this one is heading to overtime. Wow.
I did not expect this. Oh boy, oh boy. So just to go over your overtime rules, this overtime period will start off 3-on-3. Any penalty called will make it a 4-on-3. If that 2-minute overtime period does not solve it, we head to 2-on-2. If a winner is not declared, then we will go to the 3-a-side shootout. Ho 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 ho. Elation for the side of Toronto, and the fans in the luau shirts, the Hawaiian shirts, have gone quite quiet.
Yeah, that's I did not expect that, especially when Watson that came up to him at the left point. He sort of bobbled it a bit, and then he fires it back toward the low slot. It finds Mancari somehow, and he just slings it toward the goal right as time expires. They put 0.5 up on the clock, and we've got the replay of that goal right here.
I'd say they're going to make them come out for the face-off here.
Okay, we'll wait on that replay until the end of the
I think we can probably run it here. It's just going to drop the puck and let the time expire.
Okay, we'll take a look at the replay now. As here's that last goal. It comes up to Watson at the left point. He mishandles it, sends it back toward the slot, and just like this, a quick shot is all it takes. Mancari beats the goaltender, makes it 3-3 in the dying moments. So, Conrad, 3 goals from Jack Allgood for Minnesota. For Toronto, the last goal scored there by Mancari. Also goals from Riley, and remind me who scored the other one.
Oh my goodness, I've got to get my notes in order here. I believe it was 97 for Toronto.
I think that's right. I think it was Joshua Hackett. I think you're right. And it's 3-3 after regulation time expires. Wow. We are ready for overtime here at the West Edmonton Mall Ice Palace. After a dramatic conclusion to our third period, we are heading off to a fourth one for 2 minutes. It will be 3-on-3. Face-off coming up at center. It's won by Toronto. Here they come down the right side. Stopping up there is Hackett. Hackett looks, spins, hauled down. They're going to call a penalty against Minnesota. It's going to be all good.
Oh boy, oh boy. Allgood looking with indignation in his eyes. This will be a 4-on-3 power play. And then if that doesn't solve it, it'll be 3-on-2 in the second overtime period. Oh boy.
1:44 on the clock in this first overtime period. As you mentioned, Conrad, it'll be 4-on-3 for Toronto Pro Hockey. And Minnesota fans are in disbelief.
Got heads in hands eyes covered. Can't believe what's going on here late in this, our 21st game of this 2012 age group.
Here comes Watson. Watson shoots, and a save is made by Olsen as Watson crashes into the boards and is slow to get up. Looks like he'll be all right, though, with 13 seconds gone on this power play.
I think the adrenaline of this overtime will more than make up for any bumps and bruises.
Now Hackett up top. Hackett with the puck at the circle, shoots. Oh, it's stopped. The rebound was loose. Now spinning, Manders fires, blocked by Schillings. Puck comes over to the near side, kept in by Watson. Watson down low. Watson spins away from Schillings, gives it to Hackett. Hackett over to the right side. A chance, a shot, a block by Plude. Another chance. Score! Toronto wins!
It's pandemonium out here. I have no idea what to say. I want to just let the fans take this one home as they mob their goaltender. Oh boy, oh boy. Who got the final touch on that one, Mike?
Brock Manders with the overtime goal, capping an improbable comeback for Toronto halfway through the first overtime period. It's Toronto Pro Hockey 4, Minnesota 3. Wow!
The most improbable victory you'll probably see here at the Brick Invitational Tournament.
Well, I think you're going to have to pull an audible on those 3 stars, Conrad, to change some things up.
100%. I've had to change everything. I had everything written thinking that it was over in the last minute, but Toronto Pro Hockey come back, and it has to say, with an upset here.
Yeah, that was amazing. They're going to be pumped up. Wow, we talked about all the confidence being in Minnesota's court at the start of this game. Toronto now with the swagger as they go for the flyby for their own fans. The goal coming at the 54-second mark of overtime, and as we mentioned, it's Manders, the hero.
Oh my goodness. I had to go get down, Mike, for our 3-star interviews, but what more can we say? It was an incredible game.
Let's take a look at the replay of the goal. Here on our screen, the overtime winner by Brock Manders. Here it is. You can see the puck is sent down low. It's Watson on it down low there. Comes up high for Hackett. Hackett hands it off. First shot is blocked. Manders gets it back and makes no mistake on the second opportunity.
It truly was a great shot. And, you know, it's been a great game. I'm really shocked with how well this one went.
Absolutely. Conrad, we will talk to you in a little bit. Mike Gould here on ASTV on behalf of Conrad Krausert and all of our production crew. We will be back with you in a moment to talk to Conrad. He'll be with our 3-star selections down at ice level in a moment. And I'm going to sign off here to preserve my voice for the games later in the day. But thank you for joining us here on ASTV at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. One more time, the final score, Toronto Pro Hockey 4, Team Minnesota 3, here at the West Edmonton Mall Ice Palace. Thank you for tuning in here on ASTV. Have an excellent rest of your Wednesday.
Stick around for our 3 stars, ladies and gentlemen. Today's 3rd star from Toronto Pro Hockey, number 87, Brock Manders. Today's 2nd star from Toronto Pro Hockey, number 7, Grayson McCarty. Today's 1st star from Team Minnesota, number 77, Jack Alcott. There you have it again, ladies and gentlemen. Toronto Pro Hockey taking this one from Team Minnesota.
Mic check. So Brock first. Hello everyone in attendance. My name's Conrad Krauser. I am your color commentator here for ASTV, and I'm joined here by third star Brock Manders. Brock, get the overtime winner. That's gotta be exciting. And what a comeback from your team.
Yeah, our team did good. We passed a lot, and we got good tapping goals, and we got a really lucky goal in a couple seconds left.
As you said, a lucky goal, but you gotta be lucky to be good. And you're getting here presented with the BioSteel game towel. Oh my goodness. The nerves had to be going into there in the third period. Knew you had to bring a big comeback. What can you say about Minnesota and the pressure that they put on you guys?
It was really tough to beat them. They're a really good team. They also, their defense was super good.
Super good defense, and all the props to your team and the opponents. What did you see there in the overtime? Did the open space just allow you to get that puck away?
Yeah, Josh gave me a really good pass at the end, and I had all the spotting part open, and I just shot it, and it went in.
Congratulations. I'll let you go celebrate with your team down the locker room. Brock Manders. And now we bring in, from Toronto, number 7, Grayson Mancari. Or Mancari, I apologize. Grayson, I'm sure you're full of energy right now, and got the goal to get this game tied back up.
It was amazing. The whole team set it up.
The whole team set it up. So you're giving all the props to your team. I'm going to give you also a chance to talk about the goaltender you faced. He hadn't allowed a goal in 2 straight games, but your team manages to find that comeback. What does that mean to you?
It means amazing.
It's amazing, he says. You know what? What can you say about the fans? You had the goals, and it allowed your team and your fans to come back into this one. What can you say to everyone that's been cheering you on in your corner?
Thank you for all the things that you've done for our team.
Thank you for all the things you've done. Grayson Mancari, I'll let you go celebrate. And it was announced in stadium, but we all know that we were watching the video feed, Jack Allgood with the hat trick. 3 goals as we saw the hats fly onto the ice. Jack, you got your team's 3 goals. Obviously not the result you're looking for, but what can you say? It's your second time standing here with me for an interview. What does that say? Your line is on fire.
Well, the only thing that my line did is that they gave me great passes. I'm thanking my line mates.
Thanking his line mates, not taking the limelight all to himself. Obviously not the result you want, but you still get the point. Still great for a tournament like this, as you got 2 games upcoming tomorrow, I believe. No, you only have 1 tomorrow.
Well, at least we have a game tomorrow, and at least we get to play in this cool arena.
You got to play in this cool arena. And Jack, you know, with 1 more win, that could probably see you into the playoffs. Does that play in your mind? Is that the focus for tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the focus for tomorrow. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping to get that bye.
Hoping to get that bye with the first place. My name's Conrad Krauser. Thank you so much, Jack. Go get ready for tomorrow. Here for ASTV, my name's Conrad Krauser. Thank you to all of our production staff, and we'll see you again in about 15 minutes.